Hey, how's it going? So I thought I'd do something a little bit fun for you. I don't know why I still have these on. I thought I'd do something a little bit fun for you. I wrote a 1,000-word story, and I'm gonna try and read it to you now. I'm gonna try and read it to you. I am gonna read it to you now. So yeah, let's get right into it. I don't have it memorized because it's long. So hopefully, you pick up these wonderful little paper flicks. Yeah, let's get. How did this get wet already? How did this get wet? I don't understand. Okay. This story is entitled The Start of a Very True, Completely Made Up Story. I was 16 when I first met Alex Arda. At the time, he was just a 17-year-old kid who had no idea what destiny lay ahead of him. I remember I saw him at school and immediately felt like I was the background character to his story. He looked at me with his green eyes that seemed to pierce right through any barrier people put up. It was as though he could look at you and know everything. He approached me with the confidence of a wolf. He wasn't sure who I was, but he knew he would like me. He said, "Hey, are you Alex Alba? I saw you painting in the gym and thought it was mine. You know, because of the name." I let out an embarrassing giggle. "Yeah, I get that." "So, yeah, I'm Alex," I said. "Nice to meet you, Alex. I'm Alex." I couldn't believe he was talking to me. It's not that I was unpopular, I just wasn't good at anything, and therefore never got the spotlight. Alex, on the other hand, was the best pitcher in the school and had the voice of an angel. It was a miracle our names were similar, because otherwise he would have never talked to me. I was about to go get some coffee, and it's always better with someone else to talk to. "Want to come?" I barely heard what he asked because I was focused on the angel-like aura that surrounded him. Yeah, I could go for some coffee. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yep." My excessive use of ums would have turned most people away, but Alex was used to this and blazed right past it. As we walked, Alex complained to me about the piece they were doing in choir. "Ugh, why do we have to sing Carmina Burana? It's old, it's hard, and frankly, it's been done too many times." I didn't have anything to respond with because I had no idea what a Carmina Burana even was. I could tell it was a song, but that's pretty much it. "Yeah, that must be rough," I said, trying to play it off like I knew what it was. When we got to Blackbird's, his favorite coffee shop, he asked if I wanted anything and told me he was buying. Normally I would object to this, but he had his dad's credit card and he is loaded. He's so rich that a $4,000 suit jacket was cheap. Although if he wasn't, then Alex couldn't take so many singing and baseball lessons since the age of 4. We chatted for a while about school. Well, he talked and I mostly listened. At one point, he asked me what I like to do in my free time. At this point, it almost feels like a date, but with bro talk. I told him that I didn't do anything besides go to school and go home. "Oh, come on. There's got to be something that you like to do," he asked. "Well, sometimes when I get bored, I play the drum set my parents got me when I was like 10. That was apparently the right thing to say because immediately he wanted to see me play. We made plans to go to my house after school so I could show him because we both had to get back to class. The entire rest of the day, I couldn't get one question off my mind. Why was this guy hanging out with me? He's cool, I'm not. He's talented, I'm not. He's hot, I'm, well, average. As I was walking to my car after the final bell, he caught up to me from behind. "So, your house?" I didn't hear him coming up behind me and proceeded to jump and spasm as if there was a spider in my t-shirt. After gaining my composure, I said, yeah, sounds good. "Man." "Cool. Is it alright if I just follow you?" After agreeing, he walked over to his motorcycle. He rides a motorcycle? I thought. He's Alex, of course he does. After we got to my place, I invited him inside and down to the basement. My drum set was not something to be overwhelmed with. It was not designed for a 10-year-old and had a bass, snare, top hat, and mid-tom. Alex, though, acted like it was the coolest thing he'd seen all week. "Play something," he told me. "I don't know any songs," I said. "Then go make something up," he replied. I started hitting the drums in a wild and unpleasant manner. He stopped me and said, "Try something simple. Start with the bass and work up from there." I did as he said and started with the bass in a smooth and steady beat. "There you go. Now add in the snare every other beat." I did as he told me, and I was surprised that I was making something that sounded passable. "Hit that mid-tom twice as often as the bass. See what that sounds like." I did as I was told, and it sounded like an actual song. "Now, every once in a while, touch that top hat to give it a little flair." As I was playing the beat that was fresh but recognizable, He started singing. It wasn't anything he had written, but made up on the spot. I stopped and looked at him. Why'd you stop? It sounded so good. Why are you doing this? Why are you hanging out with me, teaching me? Because I like talking to you. If I didn't, then I wouldn't be here, he said. But I'm boring. I don't do anything. You do, well, everything. He paused as if to think. He then leaned down so that our noses almost touched. Because you are a bank of talent just waiting to be withdrawn. He looks at his watch. Shit, I'm late for dinner. Same time tomorrow? He asked. Yeah, sounds good, man, I replied. Little did I know that this would be the beginning to a very long story. That's what I have for you. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.